The entity is a spider-like god who rules over her, it's a she, realm, where people cannot truly die, which is where Dead by Daylight's tagline, "Death is not an escape," comes from. Instead of dying, beings are either survivors or killers. Survivors are mostly people who are good or neutral before being taken. The longer they stay in the entity's realm, the more they lose their memories to the point they're husks of themselves. The entity feeds on hope and despair, salvation and sacrifice, so to induce these concepts into survivors, she has killers in her realm too. Killers are neutral people who have been punished by the entity until they conform to hurting survivors or are evil beings. Trials are matches where four survivors work together to repair generators and escape through exit gates or hatch, while the killer hunts and hooks and sacrifices them. These trials can change depending on the game mode. Memories of every being is used to either form a map related to the memory, or add-ons, or provide perks. When a survivor or killer run out of emotions that the entity can feed off of, they are then discarded and fade. How does the entity get beings into her realm? The entity can go through space and time into different worlds, into different times. Think of a claw machine where the entity is the claw and the prizes are beings, and each different prize pool is a different world. There can be multiple versions of the same character because every one is from a different world. When a being is going to be taken by the entity, a black fog rolls in before they disappear into it every time. There's even a Nicolas Cage who was working on a movie funded by the Black Veil cult who got taken by the entity. One thing to note is that there has been two known instances of escape from the entity's realm, which is thought impossible, though little is known of Vigo, the one who escaped. The other known instance is Alan Wake. The information before helps show that the entity is not an unstoppable being and has its limits. In fact, personally through lore analysis, personally believe that she is bit off more than she can chew, no pun intended sometimes. Alan Wake is one example since he's like technically kind of a god, though Pinhead has come into her realm because the box teleported there. Pinhead can leave whenever he wants. Vecna has a mark of negation which subdues his powers in the realm, though he willingly let himself be taken, so that his goal of escaping the entity and taking its knowledge can be met. She has human survivors that know of her existence, human survivors that know little magic so powerful that it can overpower the entity's restrictions. Last thing you need to know is there is a cult devoted to the entity, which is called the Black Veil Cult. There is a cult determined to stop the entity, called the Imparati.